refreshing place to be. You know it. Even if you're a radical leftist tuning in this morning, it is good to be here. Welcome to the program. We are conservative, not bitter. I used to say I don't care what you think. I do care what you think. We hope to persuade you for constitutional conservatism and liberty and all things that are good in the foundational aspects of this great nation. So welcome to the program. Email Todd at toddhuffshow.com, facebook.com. Well, whatever. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're streaming on most of several of those channels. You can check us out. Todd Huff Show is the handle for all of those social media platforms. And, of course, you can always email us, Todd at toddhuffshow.com, with questions, thoughts, and yes, even adoration and praise will be accepted by your host. I want to start here this morning and echo what I had said late last week, which is this. We are in the midst of payback politics. We are living in the era of payback politics. In fact, we're about to get a bigger dose of payback politics. And there's a lot of stuff to get into, right? I mean, first of all, we got Trump's impeachment, which is a form of payback politics. It's also, of course, designed to make sure that President Trump never sees office again, that President Trump cannot run in 2024. It is designed to send a message to anyone out there who actually wants to do the work necessary to eradicate the despicable mess that exists in the swamp. We've already returned to politics as normal in Washington, D.C., with the imminent departure of one Donald J. Trump here in the next, 48 hours or so. Folks, we're down to the final 54 hours as I look here, 54 hours of Trump's presidency. I'm sure in the next 54 hours you will feel an instantaneous awakening, a reawakening of the American spirit led by none other than Joe Biden. If you want to believe that, led by none other than Joe Biden. And this dark stain on the American history will begin the process of being lifted, of being scrubbed from our existence with the ushering in, the swearing in of one Joseph Biden. And all things will be made new, my friends. All things will be made new by Joe Biden, by Kamala Harris, by those who are going to make all things right. They're going to pay back those that were in the Trump administration. For those that voted for Trump, folks are going to pay. They're going to either pay by being silenced. They're going to pay by losing their jobs, as Professor Eastman has, law professor who was actually making the case for President Trump, had the audacity to be on President Trump's legal team during this the past couple of months when we were talking about election fraud and stop the steal. Don't use that phrase. Facebook will see to it that you will not have any way to communicate that message or even talk about that on their platform. They're scrubbing, even as we speak, any reference to stop the steal. A quick word about that. We use hashtags to promote this program across a variety of platforms for folks just to get the message, our message in front of folks. When you use a hashtag, if you use the hashtag stop the steal, it may have meant that you believed, or that you still believe, that every single, that the election was absolutely stolen. It didn't necessarily mean that. It may have just meant that people who were engaged in that conversation you wanted to communicate with. We use hashtags on this program regularly that I don't even fully understand all the details are, but if it's talking about something political and if it's something that we'll touch on during the program, we will use that. We will use that just to get the message out, because people using that hashtag are people that are wanting to communicate about that particular issue. I may not it may be a bunch of nonsense what the hashtag is. It doesn't mean I'm endorsing it or anything. It just means I'm using it to get the message in front of people who may want to hear content, who may actually want to hear an alternative perspective besides what they hear in the mainstream media, the fake news at CNN. Brian Stelter, who we've got some sound bites from him. Also good old Don Lemon. Don Lemon is one confused man, by the way. We've got some information, or I guess some sound bites from him as well. But we are in the midst. We are in the era of payback politics. If you voted for Trump, to some degree, you are the problem. The media believes. The radicals believe. In fact, Don Lemon thinks, this was last week, that you are effectively a member of the KKK. I mean, basically is what he's saying here. I always love this. I don't watch CNN often. But when I do, I am never disappointed by the stupid stuff I hear on there. I never tune in CNN and don't start chuckle at the absolute idiocy that I witness on my screen when I do that. I mean this. In fact, I had the great pleasure of actually seeing some idiotic things that Don Lemon has said in the past. In fact, I was watching live when Don Lemon asked the question after the tragic disappearance of the Malaysian Airlines flight several years ago now, where he actually raised the question of whether or not it vanished in a black hole. I was watching that. I was watching it in real time, on the spot. And it's tragic, of course, what they were talking about. But the things that people on that network say and treat as serious is not to be taken seriously. In fact, I remember the response of the person who Don Lemon asked, is it possible that the missing Malaysian Airlines jet hit a black hole, went into a black hole? And the person, with much grace, I can't remember who the person was, but I remember the response was something like this. Well, if a black hole was that close to Earth, we all would have been sucked into it already. So I think we can probably eliminate this concept of a black hole. In fairness to Don Lemon, these were questions being tweeted by the audience and so forth. But still, to ask the question, I mean, I'm known on here for saying there's no stupid questions, but that one makes me want to reconsider my position on that. Anyway, so Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo, tough guy Chris Cuomo, right? So Chris Cuomo wants to fight everybody. Don Lemon is just, crazy, right? I mean, he is crazy. He's a radical. Of course, he's told us in the past that he's been confused as being a conservative. He actually said this. He told his audience that he's been accused of being a conservative. If someone's accused him of being a conservative, it only furthers my argument that the average American citizen has no idea what a conservative is. If someone out there in America thinks Don Lemon, CNN anchor, propagandist, fake news, fake news creator, right? If someone thinks Don Lemon is a conservative, their understanding of politics, they need to. 101 politics is too high up the ladder for where they need to start. Politics 1, politics 001. I don't even know what the course would be. Someone needs to start at that sort of remedial level before they begin any further discussion in the politics, because there's nothing about Don Lemon that is conservative. There is everything about Don Lemon that is radical. There is everything about Don Lemon who disparages and maligns people like you and me. So, Don Lemon, he and Chris Cuomo, when they're passing their programs, I don't know who comes on before and after, I don't really care, but there's a segment, there's like a segue between the end of one of their programs and the beginning of the next, and they're sitting there, the talking heads are side by side. And so they're having this discussion last week. I think it may have been Thursday or Friday. It must have been Thursday because I had this Friday and just didn't have time to get to it. But I want to play this. Don Lemon thinks that you are to be lumped in with all sorts of radicals. Anyone who voted for Trump for any reason, you apparently, and I apparently, agree wholeheartedly with everything about their worldview. This is such a simplistic and ridiculous outlook, perspective. There's no way on earth that this should be treated seriously. Folks, there are people who are very, very close to you that you do life together, right? And you don't share every single opinion that they share. This is stupid. But listen, I want you to listen to this and look at this through the lens of payback politics, because they're lumping 70 plus million, 74, whatever the number actually is. Some say it's over 80 once you factor in all the algorithms and so forth and all the fraud in the 2020 election. But nonetheless, whatever the number actually is, they want to lump us all together. I guess if someone robbed a 7-Eleven and voted for Trump, we're all guilty of conspiring to rob the local 7-Eleven, and this nonsense can go on ad infinitum. Let's listen to these two knuckleheads talking about this last week on CNN.
Now what you hear is, well, you can't say that everybody who voted for Trump is like the people who went into the Capitol. Response.
You can't say that. What? Everybody's like
everybody who voted for Trump is like them.
No, I just explained to you. If you are on that side, you need to think about the side you're on. I am never on the side of the Klan. I am principal people, conservative or liberal, never on the Klan side. Principal people, conservative or liberal, never on the Nazi side. Principal people who are conservative or liberal, never on the side that treats their fellow Americans as less than, that says that your fellow Americans should not exist,
that says
your fellow Americans should be in a concentration camp, or that sides with slavery, or sides with any sort of bigotry.
Right, and if they say, I don't agree with those people, I just like Trump's policy.
Well, then get out of the crowd with him. Get out of the crowd with him.
I wasn't in the crowd, I just voted for Trump.
You're in the crowd who voted for Trump. If you voted for Trump, you voted for the person who the Klan supported. You voted for the person who Nazis support. You voted for the person who the alt-right supports. That's the crowd that you are in. You voted for the person who incited a crowd to go into the Capitol and potentially take the lives of lawmakers, took the lives of police officers, took the lives of innocent lives who were there on the Capitol that day. You voted on that side, and the people in Washington are continuing to vote on that side.
So you're basically a rioter and potentially, much worse, murderers, I guess. I don't know. What is he talking? Does he not know? Does this goofball not know that the gentleman from the great state of Georgia, if you can believe what we're being told, Raphael Warnock, is now the senator, is one of the senators. Does this dude, Don Lemon, not realize that Raphael Warnock invited or was sharing a stage with Fidel Castro at his church? Standing ovation was in order. Now, in fairness, Warnock was just the youth pastor at the time or some such thing. But Fidel Castro, literally murderer of tens of thousands of people, by the way, was able to murder tens of thousands of people because of his, at least tens of thousands, by the way, because of his political ideology. Because the people of Cuba were subjected to a communist regime. The people of Cuba are still, and were then, subjected to a authoritarian style of government that had no restrictions, that could do whatever it pleased, and it did, by the way, whatever it pleased. Whatever Fidel Castro pleased him, whatever pleased Raul Castro, take your pick. These evildoers perpetrating harm and violence and death and rape and you name it on their people shared a stage, applauding him. By the way, applauding him. I defy you to find people that applaud some of these things that that Don Lemon just mentioned, applauding racism, slavery. What in the world is this guy talking about? There are fringes. I have been through this before. I say it again. Groups are comprised of people. People sin. There are evil people in every single group. I am a conservative Christian. There are people who are evil, that do bad things, or who are downright evil, that are Christian or conservative, or, by the way, atheist, or, by the way, any other faith, any group of religious group or political group or ideological group. Bad people all over the place. It's like Buckley said, William F. Buckley, years and years ago. He said that the problem with capitalism is capitalists, meaning that the system is fine, but the individual capitalists sometimes do bad things. The problem with socialism is socialism. The problem is the system itself. And yet they have this completely backward, and they applaud the thing. I mean, are they on? They're on the side of the Stalinists, by the way. If you're on the side of Hitler, which I maintain that Nazism is a radical leftist ideology, but nonetheless, if they want to say that the traditional political continuum, they want to argue that, and that Nazism, fascism on one end, and communism's on the other, then they're Stalinists. Then I can say, with a straight face here this morning, even though I've got a face for radio, I can say that Don Lemon's a Stalinist, I guess. Is that really where we want to go with this? Is that really the truth? Is that really... I'm not saying that he's not done things to help further, maybe unintentionally or whatever you want to think about that, but the ideology of the radical left, but still, they want to throw us all in one particular group. We're the same. We're the same as the rioters. We all would have rioted if we were there. That's what they want you to believe. Half the country. That's what they think. Half the country was ready to burn down the Capitol building and revolt in armed insurrection. Didn't find any problems with the Black Lives Matter rallies. Had no problem with Antifa. None of that stuff. Didn't have any concern with Maxine Waters out there trying to tell people to get up in people's faces and all this kind of stuff. You've seen the sound bites and so forth, but they have every bit of problem with what happened. And I'm not endorsing it, by the way, at the Capitol last week. I am saying that we're not all lumped together simply because we voted for the same person. There's two choices on the ticket, Don. Use a little bit more critical thinking than this. I got to take a break. Long in this segment, Oz has tried her very best to keep me on track. She did not succeed. I got to take a break. Back here in just a minute.
Listen to Todd's show on your way to work, but want to hear more? Don't miss a beat. Visit toddhuffshow.com/listen to catch the program anytime, anywhere.
Hunting, fishing, bows, guns, ammo, safes, and more. The Outdoorsman Sports Shop in Greenwood has all the gear you need for your outdoor experience. We have a huge selection of brands that other shops don't carry, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to answer all your outdoor adventure questions. At Outdoorsman Sports Shop in Greenwood, you can even hone your archery skills at our indoor shooting range. Find us online at outdoorsmansportshop.com. So get outdoors, but bring the right gear.
Does your business have a plan for social media marketing? Are you reaching the right audiences through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and the list goes on? Are you learning from the data? Jarbo can help. Our team doesn't just come in and tell you how to be successful. We help you execute and measure your sales and marketing efforts. Give us a call at 317-834-6560 or visit us online at jarbomarketing.com. That's jarbomarketing.com. Make social media work for you.
All right, here we go. $100 down, $100 down, $200 down, back at $300.
I went to my first firearms auction a few years ago. It was hosted by TJ Freege, one of my good friends from high school, who is a champion auctioneer and one of the best in the business. In spite of objections from liberal legislators, I walked away with a .22 rifle and a few boxes of ammunition. And I had a great afternoon with my grandpa that I won't soon forget. If you've ever wondered what treasure you could find in an auction, visit FreegeAuctioneers.com and take a look at their upcoming Central Indiana auction schedule. That's Freege, Freije, auctioneers.com. Visit FreegeAuctioneers.com.
Hi, I'm TJ Freegee, owner and lead auctioneer at Freegee & Freegee Auctions and Marketing. I invite you to come see the power of live auctions. It's fast, it's fun, it's transparent, and it's the absolute best way to ensure you get fair market value for your asset today. Get results, go auction.
Would you like to save 20% or more on your insurance? Let AIA and Avon do a free comparison for you. As an independent agent, we can find savings that fit your needs and budget. We work for you, not the insurance companies. Whether your insurance need is big or small, give AIA a call, 317-718-1747, or find out what we can do for you at AIA4lowrates.com.
Our sense of smell stimulates memory and emotion. A scent can seemingly transport us to another place and time. Homemade, hand-poured candles and melts from spur-of-the-moment creations will give your nose the experience the rest of your body is missing during any season of the year. Crackling firewood, fresh-cut grass, Macintosh apple, and even racing fuel are some of their over 200 engaging fragrances. Visit spurofthemomentcreations.com and enter coupon code TODD at checkout to receive 15% off your order today.
Have you seen the price of custom cabinetry and countertops lately? If you're looking for quality, affordable remodels, call Carriage House Woodworking. Our helpful professionals will walk you through every step of the process. We're offering a free sink base with qualifying purchases. Just enter CHWEINC.com/Todd or call 317-406-3042. Call Carriage House Woodworking. You won't have to spend your kids' inheritance just to upgrade your kitchen.
Ever wondered what shooting a real machine gun feels like? At Indie Trading Post, you can have an awesome and safe shooting experience in our family-friendly environment. Firing a weapon on full auto is something you will always remember. Schedule some range time today and let Indie Trading Post give you the real machine gun shooting experience. We guarantee you'll have a blast. Give us a call at 317-782-4867 or schedule your range time at fullautoindy.com.
Ditching the hat between breaks there. Sometimes I wear a hat, sometimes I don't. Just wasn't feeling here this morning, so I got rid of the hat. So, let's get back here to Don Lemon lecturing us. Now, you might think, why are we talking about this? This is, I'm telling you, what he's saying. Buckle up for this. Other headlines out there to kind of take what he's saying and run with it. What about this? Forbes says it's targeting Trump staffers and their future employers. That's from about a week ago. That's, again, just one example. Again, why is Trump being impeached? He's literally got, 52 hours or 54 hours or some such thing before the end of his term at noon on January 20th, when Biden will be inaugurated as president of the United States. I think I just vomited in my mouth, but nonetheless, that is the reality that we are dealing with. Don Lemon saying that we're all racist. All of us who voted for Trump, if you voted for Trump, you're a racist. And I can see this actually in my mind's eye, the left nodding in agreement with what I just said. We're racist, even if we don't know it. Even if we don't know it. That's what he says here in this next particular soundbite. I want to play this again because this is, look, it is time for political payback. That is what, it's payback politics. Get ready. They're calling for, what is it, the Josh Hawley and Senator Ted Cruz. They want them to either resign or to be thrown out of the Senate because of what they did by standing up and questioning. How dare they question, by the way, the integrity of the 2020 election? That has never been done before, wink, wink. I got another soundbite with a bunch of celebrities back in 2016 begging the electors, begging the Electoral College to change their vote. It only takes you and 36 others or some such thing to stop this, to be people of integrity, to not elect Donald Trump as president of the United States. They did a video on this. I don't remember any calls for them leading a rebellion against the United States of America, do you? A rebellion, for Pete's sake. A rebellion for questioning. This is the process, folks. Electors could have theoretically done something back then, just as electors could have theoretically, something could have been done here in 2020. But anyway, let's do this soundbite really quickly, even though Oz is already telling me it's time to take a break here. But let's listen to this. This is, again, as Rush Limbaugh would say, the wizards of smart here on CNN, going back and forth. I don't find it often that I agree with tough guy Chris Cuomo, but I do in this instance. I agree with tough guy Chris Cuomo here. That makes me feel like I need to take a shower as well. Anyway, I'm kidding. Here it is. I'm not kind of kidding. Here's Don Lemon and tough guy Chris Cuomo going back and forth about what it really means to have voted for Trump in 2020. Bear with me. It's not cooperating here. Hold on a second. He doubles down. Let's try this again.
There are a lot of people who voted for Trump who don't agree with you.
That's fine. They are allowed to their own opinion. It
Thank
doesn't
you.
mean that they're right, but they're allowed to their own opinion. And
You're
I
allowed.
believe what I said last night. If
Oh, absolutely you do. But I'm saying they look at this mob, they say, that's not me. I'm nothing like those people. I would never have done that. They're all wrong.
Those people voted the way you voted.
Those
who you
people.
voted for. I'm just saying.
Right, but just because you vote for the same people doesn't mean that you believe the same things.
Puts you in the same crowd. Yes, it does.
It puts you in the same group of people who voted for him, but you may not have the same reasons, you may not have the same understanding.
You vote for people who have common interests. If someone has a common interest, people who vote like you have a common interest is you. That's just how it is. You don't vote you don't vote for the most liberal person in the world because you're a conservative. You vote for someone who shares your common interest. That's how voting works.
You realize how stupid this is? Stupid. Flat out idiotic and stupid. He's saying, Cuomo and Lemon both voted for Joe Biden. There's no question about this. They disagree on this issue. Now, wait a minute. By Don Lemon's own logic, they should agree on every issue. So why are they disagreeing on this one? Chris Cuomo, without even knowing him, by the way, has just checkmated Don Lemon in this battle of the wits here on CNN. But if they voted for the same guy by Don Lemon's logic, they should not disagree on everything. He just said, if you're a conservative, you're not going to vote for the most liberal candidate. That's right, Don. You're right on that. But if I vote for the conservative and some lunatic votes for the same guy I vote for, it doesn't mean we voted for him for the same reasons at all. What on earth is this guy talking about? In fact, to be quite honest, that's why you've heard Donald Trump. In fact, back in 2016, we've played the sound bites before where Trump condemned the racists who even voted for him. So I'm going to play the rest of this idiotic nonsense.
Right, but
it doesn't mean that you believe
affiliation work.
But it doesn't mean that a voter believes that their vote means what you think it means.
Well, but it also means that you share something with that person, and you must own up to it.
Yeah, we have
to stop saying giving people an out for people who represent the worst behavior. Stop trying to make an excuse for people who voted for someone who has those beliefs. You may think that you don't believe that, but in a way, what you're doing, you're complicit with it because you are voting for the same type of person.
You may think that you don't have the same beliefs. You may think that you're not racist, but because some racist somewhere voted for Trump, you're complicit. That's his argument. You don't understand. And this is liberalism in a nutshell, by the way. You think you know what you believe. No. You think you know how to run your life. You think you know how to make decisions for yourself. No. What you need are the elites in this country making the decisions for you, explaining to you the decisions that you made, the ramifications, the consequences. They can explain that. This is stupid. This is childish. I've got an 11-year-old kid that could beat Don Lemon in a debate tomorrow. Guarantee it. Wouldn't mind seeing that, by the way. This is patently absurd. But look, It's the era of payback politics. It's the era of payback politics. And this, look, Chris Cuomo, don't be asking these questions. Don Lemon wants to make anyone who's voted for Trump pay the price. Pay the price. Shut them down on social media. Don't let them run for office. If they're in office, kick them out of office. If they worked for the Trump administration, heck, if they wore a MAGA hat, if they thumbs up a picture on Facebook of someone wearing a MAGA hat or shirt, they need to face the music. That's where this is headed. Do not doubt this. This is where this is headed. So, coming from the party who says it's time to unite. You know what unite means to the radical left? It means shut up, get on board with their ideology and their politics, and don't do anything about it. Vote the right way, or there will be more political hell to pay if you don't. Quick timeout is in order. You're listening to Conservative Not Better Talk. I am your host, Todd Huff, back here in just a minute.
Is it possible to be a fan of the show if you don't have the gear to prove it? Why not be safe and remove all doubt? Shop for official merchandise at toddhuffshow.com/shop today.
If you own a rental property, you know the hassles of marketing, renting, collecting, and the handling of maintenance and repairs. One call to Zuluscape can put an end to your property management headaches. Zuluscape has over 20 years of experience helping landlords throughout central Indiana and taking the stress out of owning a rental. From A to Z, let Zuluscape handle it all so you can enjoy owning a rental instead of hating being a landlord. Give us a call at 317-663-8485 or visit our website at Zuluscape.com.
Are you tired of manually opening the gate every time you pull in the drive, especially during the freezing cold, pouring rain, or hot, humid weather? Then Gatekeeper Services has your solution. They offer affordable residential and commercial motorized units for your gated properties. Veteran-owned with over 50 years' experience in motorized gate sales and repairs on any make or model, and with numerous entry control options, Gatekeeper Services takes pride being certified in both automated gate system design and operator installation. Simplify your life today by calling 317-714-4061.
Healthcare is expensive and complicated. Did you know that as a Christian business owner, it is possible to provide access to affordable health benefits for your employees? Remodel Health has helped employers across the United States save over $22 million in the past 3 years. Our innovative approach allows your employees to have the health benefits they need at a cost you can afford. Go to remodelhealth.com/Todd to help your employees find the healthcare they deserve. Remodel Health. Rethink employee health benefits.
The printing industry has changed a lot since we opened for business in 1931, but what our clients expect from us really hasn't changed. Quality print, fast turnaround, and competitive prices. We've learned a lot at Moeller Printing over 86 years and 3 generations. Why not put that experience to work for you? Call 317-353-2224 and mention discount code RADIO to receive 10% off your first order. Call Moeller Printing at 317-353-2224.
When life is hard for the women you care about, there is help with issues such as widowhood, anxiety, depression, or abuse. They don't have to go through it alone. Peace Restored is there to walk with women through the journey. Peace Restored helps women through free mentoring, counseling, and education. When life is hard, Peace Restored is there to help women you care about find hope and healing. To learn more, visit peacerestored.net.
This is the sound of your typical do-it-yourselfer in completely over his head.
For heating, plumbing,
and electrical done right.
Call Mr. Quick. Call Mr. Quick. Dial the number, spell the words. For on time.
Life can be full of risks. One thing you shouldn't take a risk with ever is your family's health insurance. If you're self-employed or you now need affordable health insurance, you need to make this free call right now and see how the Health Insurance Helpline can help you get it. We specialize in helping the self-employed and people just like you that need affordable health insurance to get it. We have short and long-term health insurance plans, and some even cover dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Don't take a risk with your family's health insurance. It's not worth it. If you're self-employed or now need affordable health insurance, call right now and learn for free how to get it. Listen, affordable health insurance plans for everyone just like you are a free phone call away. So give us a shout right now.
800-659-7270. 800-659-7270. 800-659-7270. That's 800-659-7270.
Welcome back. By the way, one thing you can do to combat what they're trying to do, which is silence conservatives, dishearten conservatives, isolate conservatives, put you in timeout, put you in the hole, whatever, is to, first of all, again, if you want to stay connected with this program, you better sign up for our email list. It's totally free to do this. You just don't know when they're going to take us down. Who knows? I mean, this is coming. Jack Dorsey's even promised as much on Twitter. You can sign up for our free email, 100% free, toddhuffshow.com/subscribe. The other thing you can do are support the advertisers you hear on this program. This is the opposite, the antithesis of the cancel culture. Instead of saying, oh my goodness, I hate this company because they gave $3,000 to Josh Hawley's campaign, we're never going to ever visit this establishment again. Instead of falling into that crowd, you can say, hey, you know what? The folks that make this program possible, when it's time for us, if we're looking to do business with a company like that, or we're in the market for something that they do provide, some good or product or service, then give them a chance. That's it. And one of those that I'll mention here this morning is Carriage House Woodworking. Carriage House Woodworking. If you need, any sort of woodworking sorts of needs, check them out. Just as you do with anyone else on this program, and you hear a name or you hear an ad, just consider them. See what they do. Maybe reach out by email or phone. You can visit them online, CHWEINC.com, CHWEINC.com, Carriage House Woodworking, or call them directly, 317-406-3042, 317-406-3042. Be sure to tell them that we sent you. But listen, this is one of the ways we've got to fight back. One of the ways we've got to fight back is to unite. Is to work with one another and to show even a little bit of preference to one another. This needs to be done. All things being equal, I hope you would support the folks that advertise on this program. By the way, congrats, or let me commend, I should say, Bill Maher, who actually said, let's not confuse the 5,000 Capitol rioters with the 74 million voters. Kudos, Bill Maher. Kudos, Bill Maher, for understanding that. Now, the 74 million voters may be upset. The 74 million voters, a lot of them believe that this election was stolen. A lot of them have a lot of questions and that have been candidly ignored and will not be answered. A lot of them are concerned about the future and the fate of their country, the direction that we're going. Doesn't mean that any of them, besides those that actually perpetrated the riot and what transpired last week on Capitol Hill, it doesn't mean, I guess it was 2 weeks ago almost now, but you know what I mean. It doesn't mean that the rest of the 74 million would have done or did the same thing. It's not the same thing at all. Just like when the radical leftists burned down cities, it doesn't mean that every Democrat would have done the same thing. I mean, this is beyond stupid to me where we've got ourselves. But they think they smell blood in the water. They smell blood in the water. And remember, their objective here is to make sure that conservatives and Republicans never win elections again. And from the looks of things, from watching Mitch McConnell, that looks like that may be his objective as well. as well as other elitist Republicans, country club Republicans in the Republican Party, by hiding, not leading like our senator here, Todd Young, through these difficult times, completely absent from the scene, completely unqualified to hold the office of Senate from the great state of Indiana. Or, take your pick. There's so many to choose from in Washington, D.C. We've got to do what we can to get conservative folks, truly people who are committed to the Constitution, who are not afraid, who are not going to wait to see which direction the political winds shift before they make an announcement or a decision. See people that actually lead and fight to defend this great nation, the founding principles, to fight things like packing the court, to fight things like making D.C. and Puerto Rico states, all these things that are percolating in the background but will be front and center here in front of our eyes, and not very long at all. So that's another reason to join our email newsletter, is because we're working on some very practical things to make a difference on that front. It's well past time for conservatives to get together and to make sure this is the time. This is the time to actually make sure conservative candidates are on the slate, that we can vote when we vote for them in the next 2 years during the primary. This is the time. This is the time that we do that. So, quick timeout is in order. Long in this segment again, but you can join our email newsletter if you just want to be a part of that. Again, I don't care if you don't buy a thing from us or don't listen to the program or download the podcast. You certainly should. But look, we've got to push in the same direction. I don't care if you've got another talk show and you just want to work together. That's exactly what needs to happen. We need to quit being, territorial, and, we need to work together. ToddHuffShow.com/subscribe is how you do that. Quick timeout is necessary, though. Sit tight, back in just a minute.
Looking to make a conservative, not bitter fashion statement? Check out our apparel online, including brand new items at ToddHuffShow.com/shop today.
Wallace Construction is a family-owned business with 45 years' experience in asphalt, concrete, and seal coating. At Wallace Construction, our wide variety of experience and top-notch customer service have helped us build a strong reputation in central Indiana. But we don't rest on that reputation. We build it, one job at a time. If you have an upcoming project, call us at 317-422-5356. That's Wallace Construction, 317-422-5356, and ask for Richard or Roger.
Why would you call a company called Commercial Service for your home heating, cooling, and plumbing? Same question I had, because they have provided over 70 years of quality service and Trane products for both homes and businesses in central Indiana. It's hard to stop Commercial Service, and it's hard to stop a Trane. Give them a call. I'm glad I did.
Call Commercial Service at 812-339-9114 or online at commercialservice.com. Commercial Service, commercial grade service for your home.
Hi, my name is Lily. My mom and dad used to fight about money all the time. Then one day, I heard them talking about this guy, some uncle I never knew, called Uncle Sam. Well, they say this Uncle Sam guy wanted them to pay him like $1 gazillion, and they didn't have $1 gazillion. So they called this company they heard on the radio called the Tax Doctor. And the Tax Doctor worked with Uncle Sam's people. I think they're called the IRS. And they were able to work it out so my mom and dad didn't have to pay Uncle Sam very much money at all. So now mom and dad are happy, and I'm happy too. Thanks, Tax Doctor.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, call now and pay less.
800-281-0266. 800-281-0266. That's 800-281-0266.
Hey Indy, Sid here with Kill a Dent Removal. We specialize in a paint-free repair process known as PDR. Our certified master technicians remove dents and dings of all shapes and sizes, including hail damage, with zero body fillers, zero painting, and zero diminished value. Most repairs are completed the same day, many even while you wait. Check us out at killadentremoval.com. And remember, folks, don't paint your car, go PDR.
There's a lot going on in the world today, and with so much going on, it's sometimes hard to maintain balance. Jesus said in John 16:33, "In this world you will have tribulation, but take heart, I have overcome the world." I'm Pastor Jeff Floyd of the Martinsville First Church of the Nazarene. To experience how life can be better with Jesus, come worship at M1 Church at 10 a.m. this Sunday, 1609 John R. Wooden Drive in Martinsville, or catch our live stream service on Facebook at M1 Church. For more information, visit m1nazarene.org. Have a great day today in Jesus.
Fireplaces can be beautiful and even essential in heating some homes. But did you know they could be dangerous to your family if not properly maintained? Chimneys need to be cleaned and inspected annually. My family and I had Smalling Masonry inspect ours. They are friendly, informative, on time, and helped us use our wood-burning stove more efficiently. Call Christian-owned Smalling Masonry today at 317-903-8121 and mention my name, Todd Huff, for a 15% off chimney inspection and sweep. Welcome back. So, remember earlier in the program, I referenced something that the post-millennial has shared. This is something from 2016. A bunch of Hollywood actors, the liberal elite, get together to put together a video to send to the Electoral College members, asking them to consider voting for someone other than the person that their state laws necessitated that they vote for. In other words, don't vote for Trump, vote for anyone else. You don't even have to vote for Hillary, they say in this video. You just need to vote to not let Donald Trump get to the 270 electoral votes so that America can be saved from a Donald Trump presidency, basically. I don't remember any calls for imprisonment. I don't remember saying that Martin Sheen should be locked away in Guantanamo Bay for leading an insurrection. But here's the soundbite. I want you to hear. I won't play all this, but you get the idea. Here it is.
Republican members of the Electoral College, this message is for you. As you know, our founding fathers built the Electoral College to safeguard the American people from the dangers of a demagogue and to ensure that the presidency only goes to someone who is to an eminent degree endowed with the requisite qualifications.
An eminent degree.
Deborah Messing.
Someone who is highly qualified for the job.
I can't take the drama.
The Electoral College was created specifically to prevent an unfit candidate from becoming president.
Oh.
Republican members of the Electoral...
That was not... you get the idea. So they did this entire video. I don't know why that stopped playing, but they did this entire video calling on members, electors in the Electoral College, Republican electors, December of 2016, to stand up and to do what the Constitution required. This was necessary back then. And look, I thought it was silly back then. I'd kind of forgotten about this. But seeing the post-millennials share this, it took me back down memory lane. And it shows of course, the blatant hypocrisy of what we've experienced here. Yeah, but Todd, no violence ensued. Folks, do you remember last year at the inauguration? And look, I categorically condemn this, right? I don't care which group, what the party is, or the person, whoever the person is perpetrating the violence. I don't say, oh, let me wait and see what they think. Let me see what their race is, their gender is. I don't care. This can't happen. They violate the law. Lady Justice has blindfold on. She has a blindfold on so as to make sure that whoever is accused of a crime, she she hears the evidence against them without making a determination based upon anything else besides what the allegations are and whether or not those are true or false. So it makes no difference to me who commits the violence. But do you not remember back in 2017 at the inauguration? I remember Starbucks getting their windows busted in. I remember riots and all sorts of things happening last time we had this in 2017. It wasn't right then, and it's not right now either. But to act as though that only Trump's words incited violence is ridiculous. I got it long in this segment. Got to wrap up. Shut up. But you get the idea. Sit tight. Back in just a minute.
Like what you hear on Todd's show? Why not get more by signing up for Todd's free Semi-Sweet Morsels of Truth newsletter? To subscribe, visit toddhuffshow.com/subscribe or text HUFF to 31996.
Hi, this is Caleb with Gluff Plumbing. Does your home need some plumbing updates? Gluff Plumbing is your solution. We specialize in updating old plumbing, everything from water heaters to well pumps, to underground leaks and everything that has to do with water entering and leaving the home, including water and sewer main excavations. We pride ourselves on old-fashioned customer service. Call Gluff Plumbing at 765-721-6789 or visit gluffplumbing.com. That's GLUFF plumbing.com. Call us today.
Hi, this is Kenton with Christian Community Connect. We're a network of business professionals that are committed to living out our faith in the marketplace by preferring one another in love while serving everyone. With online listings at $27 per month, if you're a Christian in business, committed to treating others as you would want to be treated, we would love to include you. Check our reviews and sign up at ChristianCommunityConnect.com.
Corin Homes is expanding their 55-plus community. Briar Creek is the only senior manufactured home community in Indianapolis featuring Indiana-built homes. Floor plans and finishes starting at $75,000. Enjoy affordable, low-maintenance lifestyle with the charm of a residential neighborhood. Located minutes from I-465 in Fort Harrison State Park. Corin Homes, family-owned and operated since 1955. Check us out at COHRONhomes.com. Mention the Todd Huff Show and receive a $1,000 discount on your new home.
Need to refresh or renovate your commercial space? Call Interior Construction Services today, providing the highest level of quality construction at a competitive price. Our service-minded team is here to deliver the detail-oriented environment you're looking to create on time and on budget. Call us at 317-991-4660 or visit us online at interiorconstruct.com. Interior Construction Services. Progressive, productive, professional.
Our word can't be diluted because we are taught that a promise is a commitment in which you always follow through. No ifs, ands, or buts. So every time you walk through Greg Hubler Chevrolet doors, you can count on the advice and expertise we provide you. Because when we make a promise, we keep it. Greg Hubler Chevrolet. Promise kept. Visit GregHublerChevy.com. Find new roads.
What if your bank treated you like a person instead of an account number? What if you could sit across from the person you are opening an account with or requesting a loan from and have an actual conversation? You may be thinking, Todd, that's crazy talk. Well, not at Citizens Bank. Come visit them in Monrovia and meet Nick Gibson, their new branch manager, and the rest of their staff. Or give them a call at 317-831-0110. Citizens Bank is an equal housing lender and member FDIC.
All your life, you've planned and taken care of the people you love. They always knew you had a plan. Taking care of your final wishes will give them one final gift. Buying your headstones direct through Thomas Monument saves your loved ones additional stress during a difficult time and saves money by cutting out the middleman. Call 317-244-6525 or go online to thomasmonument.com to understand why families have trusted us since 1962.
All right, folks, that is unfortunately all of the time that we have today. But again, as I've shared with you before, never fret, do not worry, do not fear. You can catch archived episodes of the program at toddhuffshow.com/listen. You can also subscribe to our podcast, which I highly encourage you to do. Just search Todd Huff Show on your favorite podcast outlet, and you should be able to download it unless they decide to flag us for some reason, which I never put past them. But anyway, guys, it's always a pleasure to be here. Keep the faith, stay strong, SDG. See you tomorrow. Take care.
Are you concerned about your investments? Intrepid Financial has been educating, customizing, and servicing Hoosier investment portfolios since 1998. Our family-owned and operated business builds strong bonds with our clients. When you call, we answer the phone, always ready to walk you through your investment strategy. Intrepid means without fear. We want our clients to be fearless, to feel secure with their investments. Give us a call at 317-818-1776 or visit us online at intrepidfinancial.com.
As a listener of this program, I have no doubt that you embrace the value of hard work, honesty, and integrity. And when you have the opportunity to work with a company that fully embraces and shares these values, I'm sure you jump at it. Economy Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing is just that type of company in Central Indiana. Jeff and Jod Woods have a team of professional technicians here to help tune up your furnace or install a quality new train system. And they're also here to fix those nasty plumbing problems that seem to happen at the absolute worst time. So the next time you have a plumbing, heating, or cooling need, give the good folks at Economy Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing a call. Call 317-831-5279. That's 317-831-5279. Or visit economyheatingandair.com.
Problems in the bedroom? Not that kind. Bed bugs. At Integrated Pest Control, we make sure you never have to worry about any pests in your home or business again. We are the bed bug specialists with over 20 years of combined experience. Our promise is to keep your home or business completely pest-free for 90 days, or we will retreat the area absolutely free. Visit IntegratedPestControlLLC.com or call 317-349-0094 for your free bed bug inspection.